Keto Café, and I'm Ron. Well, if you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. I'm going to go into my YouTube channel on my Facebook page. Okay, and I think we're going to go there. Okay, so I'm going to just turn down the volume there. Hi, there we go. There we go. So this is the first time I'm using my mobile camera, and I have my computer on, and I can actually hear my voice. And let me just readjust my camera angle. So I'm using my mobile camera tonight for the first time, and I'm going to start putting up a thumbnail, start using that instead of my overhead. But anyways, let me get my notes over here. And I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties we had earlier. And this is the first time, by the way, using my mobile camera for the live stream. So yeah, so I wanted to go live at 8 o'clock, and here it is Sunday night. And of course, we had some technical difficulties with the my audio. I wasn't able to get the audio in, and so yeah, so here we are. So it's Sunday night, and let me grab a hold of my notes so I can, and I got to get my glasses on so you might see a reflection. And so let me, so welcome to week 148 keto results, and it's never too late to start over again. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ron from Ron's Keto Cafe, and if you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It helps other people know when I'm posting videos. And before we get started, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey. So please do your homework first before you get started. And again, welcome to week 148 keto results, and I want to let you guys know how we all did. Well, we lost about 4 pounds on the beef and butter fast. We did a beef and butter fast for 4 days with a 2-day period of transitioning over to carbs. And for one of my first meals that I made on the beef and butter fast, I made a typically 2080 ground chuck. I fried it up with loose ground beef, and I put a couple of tablespoons of butter on each container, with a little salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and that pretty much was my meal for 2 days. And then I had some ground beef patties that I had bought, the prepackaged patties. They were really good. And then I made some steak, and then on Thursday we transitioned over to carbs. We started eating eggs. We had 3 eggs and some sausages, and had yeah, it was just pretty standard, pretty easy. I ended up losing 4 pounds on my beef and butter fast, and I feel pretty good. So what did we do for the week? Before we do that, let's have a sip of my water. This is the water that I have. I have water by Propel there. It's really, really good. It's clean, and it's got electrolytes in it, and they got a number of different flavors there. I saw a nice pineapple flavor that I just recently purchased, and I really love that flavor, and I love all the other flavors they have. But yeah, so we did really good with the beef and butter fast. We're going to continue on with the weight loss journey, and for the new coming month, we're going to try to do a couple of different things. We're going to try to break it up, doing some egg fasting, beef and butter fast, carnivore, and keto. We're going to just try to keep it simple. Every other day we're going to try something new to try to get rid of some more of this weight before our 3rd year anniversary it's going to be coming up very soon. And yeah, kind of like this deal for us here, but I don't know. We're just going to try something. Hang on a minute. I'm going to try putting my headphones on. Maybe I can hear myself talking while I'm doing this. I got these earplugs that I bought there when I go walking, and I'm just going to put these on. I just want to see if I can hear myself, so I can, when I'm talking, I can hear myself talking. I use these sports earbuds, and I made a Spotify playlist. Power on. Okay, I don't know if I can hear myself. 1, 2, checking, 1, 2. No, it's not letting me hear anything. But anyways, I know I got voice because I got my computer on, and I can hear that going. So we're just going to continue on. And I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties we had earlier. So just bear with me with this. Just like I said, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. So I definitely got to invest in a new pair of headphones this next month. So anyways, we did the beef and butter fast for 4 days. We lost 4 pounds during the beef and butter fast. And we talked about the scale number, and what did we do for activity? Well, we did the usual walking places, the Doyle State, Barrett Park, and some city street walking, and Friday night, my wife hit the bingo Friday night. She won $100, and so that's continuing to be really good. And yeah, so Friday, it was the 23rd of the month, and then the 23rd of the month in our city is Pink Flamingo Day, and it's a National Pink Flamingo Day for the city of Leominster. And what's that all about is that they the pink plastic flamingo was created in Leominster, and we honor Mr. Featherstone, the original creator of the plastic lawn pink flamingo, on that day, but a Pink Flamingo Day. And hi, Twin Brooks. I'm sorry about that. I had problems with the audio, so I had to switch off to the mobile camera. So I'm going to probably start using a mobile camera a lot better, because I could just do what I want with the camera, and then I could switch at different angles and cook stuff. So anyways, most of you, I was just talking about my activities for this past week. So it's week 148, and the topic of having discussion topic is it's never too late to start over. I'm on week 148 of my weekly ketogenic lifestyle, and having a really good week. Friday was Pink Flamingo Day in our city there, and it's a national holiday for us. And what that holiday is all about is the plastic lawn ornament for the Pink Flamingo was created in our city, and the mayor made it a national holiday for the city. And every year we celebrate National Pink Flamingo Day by putting a big plastic, actually two of them, in the downtown common area, and between 5 and 7 o'clock at night. They have music, they have vendors, and they have first prize and for the costume for the best dressed up like a pink flamingo, and dancing and all kinds of good stuff going on. But I wasn't able to attend that Friday because I do the charity on Friday nights. I volunteer at the parish, and so my wife won 100 Friday night, which was good, because I was able to go back into the household. And so Friday, when I went down to the office to volunteer for a few hours in the morning on Friday, so when I was done doing that, I went down to the common, and they had somebody grab a photograph of me. So those two photographs you saw in the original thumbnail, I'll put that back up when I re-edit this video for tomorrow. And what happened was, back in 2019, when the other photograph was taken, this was long before I started my weight loss journey. I was 400 pounds in that photograph. You can clearly see the difference. So I lost well over 140 pounds. And so I've been feeling really fantastic. So what we're going to, and we're just coming off of a beef and butter fast for 4 days, and with the 2-day period of transitioning, and we ended up losing 4 pounds. It wasn't really an astronomical number that I was looking for, but I realized that the very first beef and butter fast that I had done, I had lost 12 pounds back in 2020, and because I was really, really heavy, and I was pushing off a lot of water weight, and yeah, it does make a big difference. And so that's what we did there Friday night. I'm continuing to cook out recipes every day. I'm putting up more and more recipes. I really enjoy putting up recipes out. And how I get many of my inspiration for recipes, I'll go on like Rachel Ray and Guy Fieri, Drives and Dines, and I'll just Google stuff, and I'll just make it low-carb keto. It's pretty simple. If it's got regular ingredients, I just swap it out. And I often tell people, if you want something, have something, but don't beat yourself up. Just go on it to the very next day. And so I was going to do something tonight, but I'm still going to do this. But I wanted to show everybody, if it might be joining late, I made my very first beef jerky today. Check that out. Not pretty cool, huh? And this is what it came out to be. So as an experiment, Donna and I went to the store today, my wife, and I bought this beef jerky, okay? Now this is the kind that I used to always really like, and I didn't realize that. I'm going to cut it open. I did measure it out, and I took 2 slabs of steak and I cut it up really, really thin, and I marinated it in a sauce. And I'll go over my ingredients for what I use for the sauce. And I found another one through Keto Connect, and I'm going to be making Matt's sauce this week. But I used 2 slabs of steak. I cut it up really, really thin. And incidentally, you can go to the store and you can get a really good, inexpensive piece of meat, and you can have the butcher cut it up really thin, so you don't even have to do it yourself, and they don't charge you any extra for that. And I have done that before. So that's going to be my next option. So next week, then, when I get my check in the middle of the week, I'm going to pick up a huge piece of roast beef, and they're going to have them cut it all up for me to the size I want. And then I'm going to make some more. And according to Matt and the other YouTuber that I saw for the marinade sauce, if you put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours, it also tenderizes this really, really well. And this is really great. I'll show you the difference between mine and the one I bought. So the recipe called for a fourth of a cup of soy sauce, and you got to be careful with that because it's got salt. A third of a cup of Bragg's apple cider vinegar, a third of a cup of Worcestershire sauce, and everything else is all to taste. So it was a teaspoon, and I don't really measure. I just pour what I think. But anyways, if you're one of these like to measure it, knock yourself out. I used all of it was like a half a teaspoon of black ground pepper, red pepper flakes, a little bit of granulate powdered garlic powder, onion powder, a little salt, and a little pepper. We talked about pepper. I already said that. And I also used a fourth of a cup of brown swerve for sugar for keto, and then I used some smoked paprika. And it calls for liquid smoke, which I didn't have, so the next one I make, I will buy that. And then what Matt used, he used a can of this sugar-free soda that he bought. I forget the exact name of the brand, but I'm familiar with it, so I'm going to pick up that and make that. And I'm going to make his recipe exactly how Matt made his. And he put his in the refrigerator for 30 hours in a Ziploc bag. I just did mine for 5 hours because I was just experimenting with everything. And I had bought 4 pieces of steak last week at BJ's Wholesale, and I wasn't crazy with the slab of steak I got. But I don't throw nothing out in the house. So what I did was I ended up cutting it into little slabs, and I marinated mine for 4 hours, and that's how mine came out. But this really floored me because this used to be my favorite beef jerky from over the years that I used to buy at Walmart's, and I paid $5 for this, and it's got like I was just trying to read off the ingredients as if I could see. Okay, here. It's got all kinds of sugar in here, and it's not really keto approved. But I was just doing this for an experiment. But I'm gonna pop one out and check it out together, and do like a comparison. And look at the difference between mine and theirs. I mean, this is a little more smokier, but that's only because I didn't leave mine in the refrigerator long enough. But if I would have left mine in the refrigerator overnight, I would have got something similar to this. And I believe what they did with this, they probably flattened that out there to try to pound it out a little bit. And you can even do that with this. But the difference between that and that, that's got a lot of smoke flavor in it. But mine, yeah. Got to chew. Hey, beauty of ashes. So I'm just going. Yeah, I had a problem with my channel. I wasn't able to get sound on this earlier. So I'm just telling Twin Brooks over there. We're doing a comparison. I made beef jerky today. This is my beef jerky that I made today. This is the one I bought at Walmart's. Now, in the Walmart's, I only got like 7 or 8 pieces, and I got my 200 ounces of beef jerky out of my 2 steaks that I got. So now, and this is really, really good. It breaks just like. At least on my ingredients is, I can tell what was in it. I know what I put in it because I put it in myself. A lot of that ingredients is on that other bag. I can't even read. And yeah, so I mean, I'm really excited. That's my first beef jerky that I ever made. Oh, what else did we do this week? Oh, wait a minute. So again, I volunteer on the Friday night parish, and Once in a while I'll play bingo, but I do what I do is I go around and I sell charity tickets and raffle tickets for the parish, and I do payouts and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so my wife won $100 on Friday night, and so she got a free night out, and then of course she won 400 last Friday night, and then the last month she won 3,000. So she's been kind of like on a little bit of a roll, and she only spends about $30 when she plays bingo. So that's we made a little bit of money, but I give my life back to the community, and I've always been a community volunteer for the city, and I've been doing this since 2012, and I've been volunteering all the organizations that are within our city, but over the years it's really taken its toll on me, and I'm kind of like leaning really towards retiring from the city activity after this year. I don't want to do any. I'm filming. I've been filming. I film almost every local event that the city has, and I don't get paid for that, and I never asked for money for that. Sometimes once in a while they'll give me a gift card or something like that, but I did this because I wanted to learn how to film, and I like doing photography. I like talking to people. I like meeting people. I want to help people. My goal is just to continue helping people to get out there and get healthy, and it's not about me or anything like that. I just enjoy helping people. And so a couple of nights ago, I went on to Danielle Joy's. She did a live stream a couple of nights ago, and we were talking, and she was talking about carbs and calorie counting. And if you're struggling and losing weight, guys and gals, you really should be counting calories now. Now, over the course of 2022, I plateaued out. I didn't lose any weight, but I didn't gain any weight, and I was eating everything in moderation because I've been able to figure it out. But I feel like right now that I kind of want to go beyond what I am right now, and I'm really coming up in August of actually next month. As a matter, I'm already getting a little bit ahead of myself because we're still in June. August 17th of this coming year will be the start of my 3rd year anniversary being on the ketogenic lifestyle, and I lost over 140 pounds since my start of my weight loss journey. It's been absolutely fantastic. I don't have sleep apnea anymore. I'm off of all medications and everything like that. The only thing is I got to get my left hip replaced. I've been having some issues with my feet being with psoriasis. I know my Grace. And I was slowly figuring this stuff out, but my feet are 100% better. I gave up soda for the month of June. We did a June challenge for carnivore, but I don't know if that's going to be sustainable for like a lifetime thing. Carnivore is all like meat, and I love meat just as much as the next person, but I don't think I could do meat 24/7, on 7 days a week. Because I like to have carbs. I like to have my vegetables, and every now and then I'll throw in a regular pizza or something like that, and then I'm right back on keto the next day. That's how I've been approaching my weight loss program since I've been on the ketogenic lifestyle. I often tell people, if you want something, have something, but don't have a pity party and beat yourself up because you had to go to a function at a friend's house, and you had a birthday party or a wedding or something like that, or a barbecue in the summertime, and it's you can go to if you go into a barbecue, for instance, you can either bring your own stuff or find something you can have. If you know they're gonna have hamburgers and hot dogs and that sort of thing, just eat plain hamburgers on lettuce or something like that. I do that all the time, but I don't beat myself up about it if I want a regular hamburger bun. It is what it is. But just be aware that a lot of that stuff has calories, and it's going to cause you to have weight stalls and whatever. And that's how I've been very, very successful losing weight. But then I went fishing this past week. I went fishing Wednesday up a place we call Barrett Park. It's right down the street from where I live. And I was there at 7:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning, and I brought all my junk down to the pond. And I caught 4 fish, and one of them was so huge I could hardly fit it on my hand. It was a bass, but I don't keep the bass. I let it go. It was a 16-inch bass, and it weighed almost 5 pounds. It almost snapped my line when I brought it on shore. And but I mean, I'm a catch and release guy. I don't like cleaning the fish. I'll eat the fish, but not what I catch. I just as soon go to the store and buy them already, down either that or go to like the pizza place or something like that sells seafood and buy it already pre-done and everything, and I'm good to go. But I will cook fish on occasion for my wife, and I'll buy cod fillets and I'll buy haddock fillets, and I'll make it for low carb and I'll bake it off in the oven. I don't have a deep fryer, otherwise I'd probably deep fry it, but I don't feel comfortable using a deep fryer. But a couple of things we're going to be investing in. We're definitely going to be investing in a food dehydrator, because I didn't think I'd be wanting one. But the problem with this dehydrating the beef jerky, it took like 6 hours to do this. I put it in at 1. It got done at like almost 6:30, and this was 90 ounces of beef, and it shrunk down quite significantly. But it flex just like this does. I mean, this is a much softer. But again, this has the store bought. I really love this stuff. But the problem with this is this has got sugar in it and all kinds of other junk in it. It's got about 20 different things. And half of the stuff that's on the back of the ingredients is they got it in small little black. You can see it, small little black print on a red package. You can't even read the label, and you can clearly see. Why would you pay $5 for that when you could pay $5 and you get 10 times the amount? I only got about 6 little pieces in there, and I got all what again. That's what I made today, beef jerky. But this is really good, and this is my first time making this. So that's what I'm saying. I can bring this when I go fishing. What's really great about this, if you're traveling and you're going somewhere for a 2 or 3 hour drive, bring some beef jerky with you. Why would you want to stop at a gas station to pay for high price? In fact, that was at Walmart's. Walmart's is the lowest price around for that stuff like that. But if you get it at a gas station, you're going to pay a lot more than $5 for a small little package like that. And I love the Slim Jims too, but I mean, I'm not paying that outrageous price for that. Besides, a lot of that stuff is garbage. So I'm trying to avoid a lot of that stuff right now. So just my goal is to continue to inspire you guys and continue to inspire as many people as I can. Now, I wanted to thank all the newest subscribers that just recently came aboard my channel. I'm up to 680 subscribers. I said, holy crowley, I said, I couldn't believe that. It seemed like every day I'm picking up at least 3 or 4 new subscribers. And I was talking to Kevin from Tuber Chat, and he said YouTube is changing their how they're going to start paying us now. I haven't got any money from my channel yet, but he said people that have 500 subscribers, they're dropping the account down from 1,000 down to 500 people. They're going to start paying you. So we'll see what happens with that. But that, to me, all that would mean would just be okay. So how I edit my videos when I'm not doing lives, I go to Premiere and I use a program called Adobe Premiere, which is the Creative Cloud package from Adobe. It costs me $55 a month for that for my video editing. But I not only edit video, I edit photographs because I'm a photographer, and I go on location and start doing stuff like that. Now I'm going to start going around doing some more dash videos and start showing you what my city looks like and bringing you out more on location and more live. Maybe we'll do some live video drives to the city if I can get a good internet connection. But I think you guys would really enjoy that. So this is my first Sunday night live that I ever did at 8 o'clock. And of course, we had a technical difficulty at 8 o'clock because I go to get live with a nice thumbnail and nice information for you guys. And we had no audio. And then I tried to do the audio again, and I rebooted my system, and I still didn't think I had audio, and I switched off to my camera phone. So I'm going to start using my camera phone to do some lives, and I think I'm going to start doing some live cooking shows in the back. So what I do in the back, I finally figured out how to do lives from my point of view. I'm going to film out the live. I'm going to do like one pre-cooked meal already, and then prep a meal, show you how that's all prepped, and then we come back and talk about it after I prep it and put it like I'm going to put it in the oven and come back and show you the finished product. Kind of what they do on TV. If you notice when they if you go to like live in the Kelly morning in the morning, they will do like they have like 3 or 4 different ones already made out, and then that's how they do the lives in the morning. So I'm going to do something similar to that, because I go to another great YouTuber. She's not low carb, but she's a good, Anne Marie. She's the best, and she cooks up afternoon shows and stuff like that. And I get ideas from her. She's always acknowledging me every time I go onto her channel. And I try to subscribe to everybody. It's great to go on to YouTube Lives and find out what other people are doing. And I just the rig hockey. So trying to think. Okay, I used to go to tournaments. Oh, I didn't know that. Did you go to the Bruins alumni when they had the Bruins down over there in the Fitchburg Wallace Civic Center? Because that's where I met Bobby Orr, and I met all those guys from the early '70s when they had the Bruins over there. That was pretty cool when they had the practice squad they used to do before the regular season started back in the '70s when I was at the Wallace Civic Center. I used to volunteer there too. I did all the bingos in the area at one point. We're down to one bingo now on Friday nights here, and I enjoy volunteering, helping people out. But yeah, it's been a really great pleasure helping as many people as I can. I'm just going to make sure I didn't forget anything. I talked about that. I talked about the one that just came in. The original thumbnail that I had on a pink flamingo there, and I'm going to repost that on this video when I edit it out tomorrow. That was from 2019. I had lost, I was 400, it could have been even more, but I was like over 400 pounds at one point in my life, and I don't ever want to go back to being that heavy again. And so yeah, I had a good night Friday night, but the only problem is I got to get my left hip out, and now that my feet are somewhat healed, but again, I'm going to make another appointment this coming week to find out when I'm going to have left hip surgery, but that's no big deal because I had it done before. And so what else? Oh yeah, I brought my cat. Oh my gosh, what a little stinker. So we got a cat. His name is Oreo. He's a tuxedo cat. And so Tuesday I brought him over to see the grooming. So he had his nails groomed on Tuesday, and that was cool, right? Because he loves going for rides. And the girl that cut his nails, who used to cut my Angels, we had a cat named Angel. She's cut the nails. She only charges $15, and it's well worth the money for me. And so that was Tuesday. So then Wednesday, I had to go bring him like 3 towns over to have I got him neutered on Wednesday, right? So she charged me $175 at the animal shelter, and it was very reasonable because I called like 5 different places, guys, and one place wanted $1,025, and one wanted 3 something, one wanted 6 something, another one wanted 4 something. I goes, what the heck? What's going on with the prices were all over the place. So I brought my cat over to that shelter to have him neutered, and he was fine. Now he's good to go. And then somebody told me while I was talking to this lady, she said she lives up to the Cape, and now mind you, the Cape is about a 2-hour ride from here to where I live. She brought the Cape dogs. She had 2 dogs, and they wanted to charge her $2,500 for 2 dogs. Can you imagine? So she brought them all down over there to have them done, and then she stayed at the hotel overnight. She said it was cheaper for me to go in the hotel than it was bringing them back and forth. So yeah, so this is what you said. Beauty for Ashes, a Christian with weight loss in Leominster, Mass, and Lake region in New Hampshire. About yeah, okay. So I know what you're talking about. So yeah, I can hear my wife talking in the back room. So this is what I drink for water now. I gave up soda. I drink this. It's called Propel. This is a kiwi strawberry. It's really, really good. And they have some other flavors there. I found the pineapple one. They have grape. They have orange. They have and they bought those at the BJ's Wholesale. I bought a case there that mixed up about 7 different flavors all in the case. And so I've been drinking a lot of water now lately, and it's been really, really helping me too. And I can't stress that enough. If you're on a weight loss program, it's very important to have water and drink electrolytes. And if I tell you, guys and gals, I need to go back to counting calories again. I was talking about that with Danielle Joy the other night. She had it live. She was talking about counting calories and why you should be counting calories. If you're stalling on your weight loss journey, you really need to know how many calories you're eating. And even if you're doing OMAD, which is one meal a day, now I've done OMAD, I've done carnivore, I've done keto, I've done ketovore, I've done the beef and butter fast, I've done the egg fast, I've done the BBBE, and I've pretty much done them all over the course of my journey, and they all work. But if you're not aware of what you're putting into your mouth for calories, you're never going to lose any weight. And but even though I've been staying the same since 2022 at the beginning of the year, I still think that's really phenomenally well, and I'm going to continue to. I still want to get down to 180. That's always been my target weight, and of course we still haven't jumped out of an airplane yet. That's one of my bucket list things, and but that may still come down later on down the road. But right now my goal is to get my left hip replaced, get that on the mend, and because my left hip is doing exactly like my right hip is doing, and what's going on my left hip. Like Friday night when I got done volunteering over the course of the night, I put on 3 miles of walking Friday night at the parish. It felt like somebody jabbing a knife in my left hip, and my left hip is giving out on me, my leg, and it's doing exactly the same thing as my right hip is doing, so I got to be very careful. Question, what is the difference between keto and carnivore? And you still don't know. I think like keto is for the 20 net carbs or 30 depending on your calories in ketovore. I'm not really sure about. I think ketovore is a combination of the two, but I'd have to do some more research on that. But I've done all those programs, and it does work for me. But I just I don't know. But here's the question I got for anybody. I'm thinking about doing more live streams like this, and if you really enjoy them, let me know. I'd like to start bringing on guests and talking to other people. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know. And I'm gonna get resolve that situation with the microphone. This is what I use right here for a microphone, and usually, and I think this is kind of like on its way out. But I definitely like talking like this. But the only problem talking like this is I can't hear myself through the audio when I'm talking. So and as long as you gals know what can hear me fine, then I can go like I can do this number here. But yeah, I definitely like doing this. I've been talking. How long have we been going? About almost an hour now. Between the so right now what I'm doing is I got my camera going, my mobile camera, and I'm watching myself talk on the computer screen, and I'm trying to watch the chats. It's a good idea on the lives and guests on, and they usually do well. Yeah. I was thinking that Mike and Tom had me on a couple of times, and from Tom Garvey and Mike Ware, they do a live broadcast on Wednesday nights. Stephanie Newman and from the Incredible Shrinking Steffi, and Daniela Joy. We did one with 4 of us one time. Oh yeah, with your pal Missy, and. Oh yeah, and I did another one just recently with Janie from Energy Healing from the Soul. Yeah, she talks about a lot of the stuff that what you don't see on the mainstream media that I like to talk about and know what's going on. And she was curious about my weight loss journey because she's trying to get healthy along with the people from her community. So and of course to continue to do the videos that I've been putting out. Now I have like about 300 or 400 videos that I never put up because I never thought anybody would ever want to see what Ron's eating in a day. So I'm in the process of going through some more of those to see if I want to still use them and recreate the recipes and put them up. And the other challenge that I'm having is reason why I don't do like lives, and you can hear my voice over a lot of stuff now, and I've been dropping off to music, is because I have a cat in the background and he's constantly on my feet. Now he's climbing on everything. He hasn't figured out how to get on the counter yet, but give him time. That'll be the next thing. So once he gets on the counter, I got to be very careful with that because I don't want him getting in my foods and stuff like that when I'm cooking, because that wouldn't be kosher with the cat on it, popping in a big plate of whatever while I'm cooking. But I love the little fella. He's our family now, and he's here to stay. But he was very, very finicky with his food, and he'll eat it one day, and then the next day he won't eat the same thing, and I was just trying to figure out what was going on with him. And today I finally found something that he likes. So he finally ate the can of wet meat. But if he doesn't want to eat the wet meat, he's going to stay on the dried stuff. But he's drinking plenty of water. He's eating plenty of the dry food. But I was talking to a lot of cat owners this past week, and they're having the same issue that I'm having because the cats are very picky. And but yeah. But I'm gonna definitely start doing some more lives and see what happens after that, and continue on to inspire many people. This past week, the chief of police in our city came over to us, and he had a lot of images from the 1940s. And he asked me if I could scan them because we got a brand new police station coming up. It's going to be going online in August, and he wanted to know if I'd scan them for the city. And I started scanning them. What's really, really cool about the old black and whites is because you don't know what's on them till you actually scan them. And I saw photographs of my grandfather and my uncle when they were on the police department for many, many years that I never saw before. So that's really cool and exciting when they scan stuff like that for the city. And I'm going to continue doing that for a little while. And then, and then on Thursdays and Tuesday nights we got concerts coming up in our city, and they're free to the public. And I'm going to be filming the Colonial Band on Tuesday starting in July. And Thursday night, I just go and I just relax and I just watch the concerts. It's a pre-summer concert series they have in our city, and it's really, really cool. And he's looking for somebody to take over there. He's retiring next year. He doesn't want to do it no more. But I don't want to offer my services because it's just too much on me. And be careful when you volunteer because sometimes people just take advantage of you, and I don't want people to take advantage of me anymore. I want to just be plain Ron and write about my wife and myself and my cat and my sisters, and continue to inspire you guys. And with that said, I think I'm going to call it a night. And thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for being patient with me with the technical difficulties that I have. But it was just funny because when I was talking about that girl, her name is Janny, and she does her own YouTube channel. And she had a video like this one night. She invited a guest, and it was as funny as anything, because she's over there trying to talk, and the guest can hear her just fine, and I can hear the guest just fine, and she was talking, but nobody could hear her. And she's over there doing one of these numbers, and she's over there rebooting her computer to try to get back into the system and everything. And no matter what she tried that night, she couldn't figure it out. And then towards the end, about maybe 2 minutes into what was left of the video stream, she finally hooked up a new microphone and got it to talk. So I guess I'm not the only ones that have issues like that, I guess. And I guess it's going to happen from time to time. So that's why you be prepared. And it's just like the Boy Scout motto, always be prepared. And but I'll get the answer for you about that with the keto board and the keto whatever. I'm pretty sure it's not that big of a deal. But anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a good and amazing week. We get that big holiday coming up, the 4th of July, pretty soon, and be vigilant about that. And I'm just planning on just keeping it simple, and that's the 9 o'clock whistle that goes on in our city at 9:03 every night. It goes on 3 times a day, 8, noontime, and 9 o'clock. But anyways, you guys have an amazing night. Thank you for joining me, and love you guys. Remember, I love you. God loves you. Have an amazing day or night.